Khubayb Ibn Adiy was a companion of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, from the tribe of Awas, one of the prominent tribes of Medina. He embraced Islam early and became known for his dedication to the new faith. Khubayb was among those who participated in the early struggles of the Muslim community, including the significant battles that marked the early years of Islam. The Battle of Badr and the enmity of the Quraysh. The enmity between Khubayb and the Quraysh intensified after the Battle of Badr, which took place in 624 CE. This battle was the first major military confrontation between the Muslims of Medina and the Quraysh of Mecca. Khubayb fought bravely in this battle, and during the course of it, he killed Al-Harith ibn Amr, a notable figure from the Quraysh tribe. The Quraysh were deeply angered by their defeat at Badr and by the loss of many of their leaders, including Al-Harith. The family of Al-Harith, in particular, harbored a deep grudge against Khubayb, who had killed their kin. This animosity would later play a critical role in Khubayb's fate. The mission of Khubayb and his companions. In the year 4 AH, 625-626 CE, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, received a request from a group from the tribe of Adal and Al-Qara, who sought Islamic teachers to guide them in understanding Islam. The Prophet, peace be upon him, always eager to spread the message of Islam, selected a group of 10 companions, led by Asim ibn Thabit, to go with them. Khubayb ibn Adiy was among these chosen companions. The group set out on their mission, but it was later revealed that the request was a trap. The group from Adal and Al-Qara had aligned themselves with the Quraysh, seeking to capture or kill the Muslims. As the Muslim group reached the region of Raji, near the Red Sea, they were ambushed by a group of Quraysh allied tribesmen. The companions fought valiantly, but they were outnumbered and eventually overpowered. Asim ibn Thabit and several others were killed in the skirmish, while Khubayb and 2 others were captured. The captives were taken back to Mecca and sold to the Quraysh. Khubayb was purchased by the family of Al-Harith ibn Amr, the man he had killed at Badr. They intended to exact revenge for their relative's death. Khubayb was imprisoned but remained steadfast in his faith. While in captivity, he continued to practice his religion. Khubayb's character shone brightly. According to tradition, he asked for a razor to groom himself and, when handed a blade, one of the captor's children wandered into his cell. Despite the clear opportunity to take revenge, Khubayb did not harm the child, instead assuring the mother that he would never commit such an act. This act of kindness and restraint left a profound impression on those who witnessed it. Khubayb was eventually brought to the outskirts of Mecca, where he was to be crucified. Before his execution, Khubayb ibn Adiy requested to pray 2 rak'ahs, units of Islamic prayer, which he performed with calm and deliberate devotion. After completing his prayer, he remarked to his captors that he would have prolonged his prayer if he did not fear they might think he was afraid of death. This act of calm faith was followed by Khubayb reciting a poignant and beautiful poem that reflected his steadfast belief and readiness to embrace martyrdom. The verses he recited are remembered as a powerful expression of his devotion to Allah and his willingness to sacrifice his life for his beliefs. I do not care when I am killed as a Muslim, on which side I fall for the sake of Allah. That is in his cause, and if he wishes, he will bless the cut limbs. Each line of the poem reveals the depth of Khubayb's faith. Khubayb was then crucified and killed. His last words were a prayer to Allah, asking him to destroy the Quraysh for their cruelty. He also famously invoked Allah to deliver his fate with honor and dignity. According to Islamic tradition, his prayer and composure left a lasting impression on his executioners and others who witnessed his death. Khubayb ibn Adiy is remembered as a martyr in Islam, a symbol of unwavering faith, and a man who faced his death with dignity and courage. His story is a powerful reminder of the sacrifices made by the early Muslims in their struggle to establish Islam. The incident at Raji, which led to the capture and martyrdom of Khubayb and his companions, is also significant in Islamic history as it reflects the challenges and betrayals faced by the early Muslim community. The Quraysh's enmity, already inflamed by their losses in battles like Badr, grew even more intense following these events. Khubayb's execution is generally dated around the year 4 AH, 625-626 CE, in the area near Makkah. His legacy lives on as a poignant example of the sacrifices made by the Prophet Muhammad's peace be upon him companions in the early years of Islam.